Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Hello, welcome to episode 59 of the Atom Radio Drive Time podcast. Out a day late this week, and for that I do apologise. Do you know what? Yesterday, didn't even manage to do the show. I was that unwell yesterday. I'm not feeling great today. I'm doing this now on the Saturday when it would normally have been out. Not feeling great, but I am feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. So hopefully, all on the good road, and that's what's important. On the best bits of Drive Time this week, Ed Sheeran. Yep, he's in the news this week. Some dirty wedding photos. Maybe not quite what you're thinking. Finstas. Do you know what one is? Do you have one? Bargains that are not bargains. Some are too good to be true. Things that should never, ever, ever, ever be changed. And also a very true confession in response to a question. That's what makes up this week's Drive Time podcast and more. I hope you enjoy it.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
It is Mark with you on Drive Time this Tuesday afternoon. It was 31 degrees yesterday here in Slough, and I nipped out in the afternoon, right? And I saw a lady carrying just one bag of ice. You know, when you go to the supermarket and you can buy the ice cube already made, right? She was carrying just this one bag of ice. And she was probably, 31 degrees, she was probably about just over 5 minutes walk already from the shop. I have no idea how far she had to go, but she was walking so slow. I'm thinking, by the time you got home, your ice would just have been water. Not the best of toppings for your drink, shall we say.
Mark Denholm with Drive Time.
Tuesday's Drive Time on Atom Radio. Mark with you until 7 o'clock. This song then, right? Sam Chokri, Oh Why, that he alleges Ed Sheeran has copied. I've had a little listen to it, and I'm guessing from what he said that it's this bit he thinks has been copied. I don't know whether, I guess it's a little bit similar, isn't it, to Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, but it's not like he's actually stolen the lyrics or anything, is it? It doesn't say I'm in love with the shape of you.
Drive Time with Mark Denholm.
Mark with you on Drive Time this Tuesday. Now, this wedding story, right? I don't get why people do this, right? But there is a wedding shaming group on Facebook. All right, now somebody has taken a picture at a wedding and then shared it to this wedding shaming group on Facebook. Why do you need to have a group that shames people on their wedding? But to be fair, there is an issue here, right? A couple have got married and they've put a picture up of like her hand across his hand in an effort to show off their wedding rings. His hand looks like it hasn't been washed since he's done the gardening or perhaps fixed his car or something. His nails are literally black. Now that is a problem, if you're going to get married, you'd want to look your best, wouldn't you? And you can imagine that, there's going to be a picture of the ring. So why would you go there with greasy, dirty, muddy nails? I'm at a loss.
Mark Denholm with Drive Time.
Confirmed that yesterday was the hottest bank holiday Monday on record in the UK. Temperatures hitting 91.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. That's very hot, isn't it? That's very hot. Normally, if you live in the UK, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Or if you've ever been in the UK on a bank holiday weekend. Speaking of in the UK, by the way, hello to Mike Delgadio, the voiceover actor and top YouTube chap who is actually in the UK at the moment. I've seen him Instagramming his way around the UK. Hello, Mike. Hope you are very well. But if you've ever been in the UK on a bank holiday, you'll know normally it's miserable and rains.
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Thursday's Drive Time, 3:22 across the UK. Mark with you around the world. I hope you are very, very well today. Social media we are talking about right now, and Finstas. Do you have one? In other words, Finsta is a second Instagram, basically a fake Instagram. It's basically a second Instagram that you have where you usually have it private, usually only have close friends on there, and because of that, you're a little bit more laid back, not too worried about what you share and stuff like that. Anyway, I must admit, that's how I use my only Instagram that I have anyway. But loads and loads of people have finstas. Tony says social media elicits a pressure to be beautiful or charming, and he does have a finsta. I started my finsta after I caught my friend posting on hers and thought it looked funny. It's the perfect place to take the mick out of Instagram culture and not worry about anxiety over likes and validation. My finsta has 37 followers. They're all close friends of mine, and I don't care about looking like an idiot. Well then, I mean, that's just what I do with my own Instagram account. It does have more than 37 followers. That's just what I do with mine. I don't care about looking like an idiot. It's my Instagram. Do with it what I want. Another thing that people are talking about in terms of social media is, should Twitter have an edit button? Now, I think yes, and I think no. The thing is, I mean, like, you can, for example, on Facebook, you can edit stuff. So you can put up a status, people can comment it, and then you can totally edit the status to be absolutely nothing like people have commented and make them look silly. Should Twitter have an edit button to allow users to filter out errors in spelling, grammar, or inappropriate sentiments? Yes or no?
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
It's Thursday's Drive Time. I want to shout out Lauren Lacey. Lauren thought she'd found the perfect bargain on Amazon when she came across a bargain 91p laundry basket. So she ordered it. It arrived, and the laundry basket is the size of her hand. She said it's far too small to even fit in a few dirty socks. Lauren, I'm going to be honest, what did you expect for 91p? Like, you know, you can get some real bargains out and about now, but I don't think you can get a laundry basket for 91p, are you? I'm just wondering what you could actually fit in there. I don't even think, if I'm honest, like, I have size 10 feet. I don't even think I could fit one sock in this laundry basket. Lauren, thank you for your inspirational story. What a bargain, not.
Atom Radio. Drive Time with Mark Denholm.
It's Mark with you on Thursday's Drive Time, online at atomradio.co.uk, on mobile via TuneIn, and of course on iTunes Radio, which you can also get on your mobile as well, and the smart speaker. Asda is selling orange-flavoured After Eights. What? Orange-flavoured After Eights? I mean, like, orange-flavoured After Eights, as if there aren't enough orange-flavoured sweets already. Terry's chocolate orange. You can buy boxes of sweets that have orange sweets in them and stuff. So why on earth are we getting rid of mint After Eights? I don't think they're getting rid of them, but why are we bringing out orange After Eights? Come on. Orange After Eights do now exist in the world. You can finally combine your love of chocolate and orange with the sophistication of an after-dinner mint. Hang on a minute. The minted orange. Ew. Anyway, this brings me to think of things that should not be changed, right? After Eights. They're After Eight mints, aren't they? Don't change them. What other things would you say shouldn't be changed? You know, like certain songs. You listen to a cover version of a song and you think, oh, that song is just being ruined. And there are certain songs that you just wouldn't ever cover. And obviously the After Eight mints now they are actually mint and orange. I don't know whether that means you get one mint and one orange, or whether they're an orange and mint combined in one. I don't think that sounds very tasty to me. But anyway, what are things you would say that should not be changed? That's what I'm asking you today. Things that shouldn't be changed, on air at atomradio.co.uk with your suggestion of something you think is sacred and should not be changed. Or indeed, maybe a song that you think is sacred and should not be covered.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
We're talking about things that shouldn't be changed. I was talking about, songs as well that should be covered. Does remind me, a venue where I worked in had a local band's unplugged night. And I was stood by the side of the stage they'd set up with the monitors on, the monitor headphones on. And there was a local group that were performing. And they were covering 1,000 Miles. You know, the Vanessa Carlton song. Love that song. And this girl was singing it, and I had the headphones on. She'd probably done about a minute of it. Hadn't hit one note. It was horrendous. She hadn't hit one note. So I've got the monitor headphones on. I'm standing with my friend. And she says, I'm struggling to hear if I'm in tune or not. I can't really pick it up talking to the band, which has been picked up on the microphone, to which I have shouted, not knowing I was shouting because I've got the monitor headphones on. I can hear and you've not hit a single note yet. This is horrible. And my friend nudges me. I was thinking, what's he on? Taking the earphone back, he said to me, that might have been a bit loud. I think everybody heard that. But I stand by that. Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles, a song that probably should not be covered. The Christians on the way with a cover version, actually, of Harvest for the World from the Isley Brothers. Yeah, the Christians version is on the way for you. Grab the travel news on atomradio.co.uk.
Mark Denham with Drive Time.
Thank you, Dan, for your email. Sausage rolls should not be tampered with. They're called sausage rolls for a reason. So why, then, is everybody now on a vegan sausage roll hype when it has no sausage meat in it? Dan, on that one, I could not agree more.
Atom Radio. Drive Time with Mark Denham.
21 to 5 across the UK. Hello to you wherever you're listening around the world. You got Mark with you on Thursday's Drive Time, talking about things that should or shouldn't be changed. This is all because Asda will be stocking chocolate and mint flavoured After Eights, which I'm not in favour of. They're £2, by the way, a box, but they're not available online. You can only get them in store. But anyway, what was I going to say? Right, where's this email? Zoe, thank you for your email. What about when good films are remade and they're horrible? Like Ghostbusters. I grew up with Ghostbusters, and then to see the one that they brought out was absolutely horrible. It did all right though, didn't it, at the box office? That's the thing, it did all right at the box office. So, I don't know, jury's out on that. But one I do agree with is I grew up watching The Sweeney on TV, and then to see the movie a few years back now, I thought that was rubbish. Really, really did. I got some Ben Hey Now, or Ben Hey Now, on the way for you shortly before 5 o'clock.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Got an email from Justin that says, how do you know what you're going to say? The honest answer is, Justin, I open the microphone and I speak. And that's the reason why our Best Bits podcast is usually so short, I imagine.
atomradio.co.uk.
Do you know what? That is basically true as well, what I said there. But it's not necessarily the reason the podcast is so short, but some people do tons and tons and tons of prep and script themselves. They end up self-scripted, and you can tell because they're basically sat there just reading, and you can tell. Me, I know roughly what I'm going to say. I know what I want to talk about, but I have no idea how I'm actually going to say it. And that's, I think, the best way to be, isn't it? You don't want to be reading a script. Newsreaders read scripts. They're reading the news. That's what they're doing. I think if you're presenting a show, then it should be free-flowing. And the only way you can achieve that is by not scripting as well. Thank you, by the way, for the emails on things that shouldn't be changed. There were loads of those, weren't there? Loads of things that shouldn't be changed. I can think of loads off the top of my head as well. But I will hopefully be back at full strength and back on Monday. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast. Do not forget to subscribe.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
Atom Radio.